Yo, it's definitely the Cloud Chaser, man. TV, man. We back up in this thing again. You dig? Yo, man, we gonna review the whole situation with Queenzflip, man. And it was a dope situation that Queenzflip put out, paparazzi poll. But we definitely got some people that, not liking the vibes, due to the situation that, his pops, snitched on some few people. So therefore, they're not feeling the vibes. But we're gonna get right to it. You feel me? We got a special guest online. You know what I'm saying? Gemstone in the building. You did.
Yo, 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 what's good, Brody?
What's good, bro?
Ain't shit, Mackin. How you feeling, beloved?
Shit, I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. It's
Yeah, man.
what is it? 2020, right? So we
Yeah, it is,
coming
it
in the
is.
game. Hopefully, we coming in the game strong. You did
Yeah, I feel you. We gonna come in this game real strong, you heard?
all the time, man. But yeah, man, with the whole Queenzflip situation, like I know it's a lot of people, talking about what's the biggest problem? Let me say, what's the biggest problem you got with the whole Queenzflip situation with the
Um,
paparazzi poll?
see, we can't really fault him for what his father did. Like, know what I'm saying? That was his father.
Right,
But what I'm saying is that he know what his father did. He lived by a certain situation in the street, right? Like I said, it's hard for him because that's his pops. I mean, but for us being who we are on the blocks, we disown people like that.
right. So you think it was a
So
bad move for him to, tell people to make people aware that that's his pops?
I mean, he did that obviously because he wanted to get some type of fame off of it. It was a business move. He ain't just even if he a rat, he's still Alpo. He's still a name that niggas know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he used that to his advantage. But that don't take from what he do. Like you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I feel like it's a bunch of motherfucking clout.
it's all
They
for
put
the
in this
clout, huh?
nigga. Yeah, they got more of people who deal with people that wasn't on. You heard?
Right.
They're honorable people. So it's like I don't understand this sometimes. Like why they don't put people up there that went through this situation but stood tall, that didn't tell, that held it down. Why they
Yeah.
keep talking about people that told, that's outside in the street living life like they didn't tell on people?
Well, with
I don't
FDS, you
know.
know what I'm saying? Like they definitely had a few, guys up there like the past, episodes that's been solid, you know, um, but the biggest thing, like other than that, his pops is a snitch. Like, what type of guy you think he is, though? Like, you coming from New York, like what type of vibes you heard that's coming from his way? Because even in the situation with the Queenzflip talked about how when he was on Rikers Island, and you know, paparazzi Poe had actually helped him out in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Was coming to him as like, man, yo, you need anything, let me know. You know what I'm saying? So like, what type of vibes do you think they got for paparazzi Poe though?
I mean, he wasn't inside the spot putting in his pain. He wasn't no bitch nigga. Like the niggas know that. 'Cause niggas was in the spot the same time he was. That don't take away from what he done. You know what I'm saying? When you know a person did a certain situation in life and you live by a certain caliber, you're supposed to know that even if a person is relatable to you, you can't deal with them. Because how can we really trust you? Like you understand? But like I said, it's hard for a nigga because that's his father.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. We got Peace Lord in the building. What's good, brother?
But me, but I don't fuck with rats. You a rat, you my family. I ain't
Yeah,
fucking with you. That's just me.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yo, Peace Lord, we see you in the building. What's good, bro? You gotta unmute yourself. You muted right now. Yeah, there you
Peace.
go. Peace, brother. Peace.
Hey,
What's
now what's
Yo,
going on?
peace.
Feeling
what's going on,
What's
bro? Where you
up?
from?
from New York. from Queens, born and raised in Queens.
Oh, yeah, okay, dope.
Shout out to Queens, man. I'm in the BX, you heard?
Oh, yeah.
All right, no doubt.
Oh,
No
that's
doubt. I got some
Cosmo.
peoples
That's
out.
Cosmology. Oh, salute,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. What's going on?
Mm.
Yeah, I just tapped onto the link. I think that's my name from the last time I was on with somebody else.
Right.
But what's going on? How y'all feeling this evening?
Man, we good, brother. We blessed.
My man, my.
We just speaking on the whole Queenzflip situation that he interviewed Paparazzi Poe, and you know, some of the things that Paparazzi Poe was stating on, like far as like Rich Porter. He was saying that Rich Porter is not like everybody is campaigning Rich Porter, but they don't really know nothing about him. Like he was the same as Alpo. So if you got the same feeling for Alpo, you should have the same feeling for him. That's what
Yeah,
he
but this
say.
is the situation. This is a situation. Rich Porter didn't die. This Rich Porter, I mean, pardon me. Rich Porter didn't tell. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he was like because he's not alive right now to know what he was like for him to tell his story. So he can't really say that. He just want to say that, of course, because that's just possible. Like I said, we don't know Rich Porter, so we don't know what he was like at that time. Them niggas know him because they was around him when they was young kids getting to the bag. So if you talking to people that been around them and they saying certain situations, then I don't know. But the situation that always bothered me, if you love a nigga so much, how is this man able to still walk around Harlem with no problem? With all
Right,
the gangsters that's supposed to be walking around there.
right,
If this was in Chicago, nigga would have been shot the next day. Because niggas live by a certain
right.
type of honor and code for a person. You love a nigga, you're supposed to love a nigga. Not halfway love a nigga. Like
Yeah, that's a fact. You
maybe I
got
look
if you
at
love, you
situations
love.
differently than other people.
Right.
That's real. Yo, you hear me? Death of the Cloud Chaser.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it's funny because I was just putting a video together. Actually, I was like piecing a little bit of Queenzflip's interview, paparazzi Poe's, Poe's response, and then I was piecing the video with China Mac. You know what I'm saying? They was in a similar situation, and they both handled it differently. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I know they
One thing that I
situation.
noticed. Yeah, one thing that I noticed, people do what works for them. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing that I could respect about a person is them standing up on what they believe in and saying, this is me and this is who I am. But if you like an undercover snitch, then it's like being you undercover gay, whatever. If you could stand up and deal with whatever you did, then that's on you. That's on you. But I think at the end of the day, I think paparazzi Poe fills a sore spot for his father. I remember when someone asked him if he was ever put in that situation, would he tell? He said he don't know. So right then and there, I was just studying the brother's interview, and he let me know who
Right,
he really was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him
right.
personally. I'm not running around with him, but I just listen to people and how they speak. You know what I mean? And people do what works for them. You know what I mean? When Poe told, he was basically doing what works for him. You know what I'm saying? Upon him, he probably gonna do what works for him again. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. And then like people that don't know the whole situation with China Mac and like well he was saying like well, it's a reference together
Nah,
because
China Mac is official though. When I was
no
on the
China
island, I was
Mac
on
is
there.
official. He's saying the
Yeah,
reference with paparazzi Poe and both of them have something similar in common is
yeah,
that
because his father
uh
was a rat.
they fathers was rats and
But
of
he,
course you know it was a different
yeah,
situation when it ended up coming out where you know, paparazzi Poe, he pretty much embraces his father, and then you got China
China
Mac
Mac, he
who
disowned him.
disowns his father in regards to the snitching aspect. You know, so it's definitely a whole
You know why?
different thing though.
Yo, not to cut you off, bro, but you know why it's fucked up? Because you have people that you leave behind in the world
Right,
after you told. Salute, salute. After you told, who's gonna protect them?
right,
You told on people. You have killed people, addition people. Your family is in the world. It's like people don't think about their family. But then you have people that rat that's really gangsters, but they just ratted. Niggas will
right.
kill you though. And that's what Alpo is, my nigga.
So you think that like the whole thing with King Erna, you think that it was probably going a little bit too far when it came to him sending that picture to Queenzflip and letting them know like, yo, they outside the studio? Yeah, he dropped there. But yeah, it was a whole situation where like they basically on the interview he was saying that how, you know, it wasn't no disrespect, but they had ended up bouncing outside the studio, took pictures of the license plates, seen King Garner, looked him in his face and was pretty much like, yo, we can do something to you, allegedly. But the thing
Yeah,
is, though,
he
they
in New
sent this
York.
information to Queenzflip. So you think that there was it was a situation there or what?
Yo, you gotta think about it like this. You in somebody's city, no matter how tough you talking, you in their city. You don't
Right,
know New York like that. When we from New York, we know where we from. We know what cut blocks, what areas to get you at, wherever it's gonna be. So niggas can't come here talking like that, like they superior gangsters. That's one thing about King Erna. He do too much. It's 1,000 rats in Philly. Why don't you talk about niggas over there instead of talking
right.
about niggas over here? Like you got an issue with where we from. That's what it look like. Because every time we talking about somebody, that's somebody from New York. Why you don't talk about niggas from over there? Why you don't talk about niggas from OBH?
No,
Why you don't talk
absolutely.
about niggas from Badlands? Like instead of you talking about New York, you're not from here. That's like me being from here talking about California. I'm not from Cali. How the fuck I'm gonna talk about Cali? Or how the fuck I'm gonna talk about Chicago? I'm not from there. I'm from here. I only can speak my views of where I'm from.
No, we dig that. We definitely get that, man.
You
How you
understand?
feel
Like I
about
tell
that
people,
cosmology? Like do you feel that that was a little bit too far? Him sending them pictures and, you know, in a sense trying to, like, in a sense I would say that some people would think it was checking, like G checking.
I mean, the picture thing, me myself, I wouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? I just think that if you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it. If you're not, you're not. You know what I mean? I
yep.
think that everything else is just like showboating. Because for him to take pictures, you know what I mean? A lot of people saying that's like on some Fed stuff. Then his father was dealing with the Feds. It just makes it look more crazier. If you're gonna do something, do it. If not, then just leave it alone because the police is watching, they listening. You know what I mean? So anything else was kind of like pump fake and just putting more heat onto you and putting more attention on the whole situation. When you're gonna do something, you don't want nobody to know nothing. You want it to die out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
But the
so I would
situation,
I would have did the picture thing myself. I didn't really think it was no need for it. You know what I mean? I ain't really trying to scare nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch you when you ain't looking, and that's that. And I'm gonna get it over with. So I just think that that was a little bit too extra. You know what I mean?
No, I completely
yeah.
understand.
But
But
you gotta understand this though. It's
yeah,
the art of war. You got to start. I know where you at, but you think I don't know where you at. You think we don't. We not around here, but we around here. That's what you trying to tell them. But it's still self incriminating yourself. But these people, that's how they doing shit with each other. They doing shit online. They beefing with each other on this shit. So I
yeah.
don't know. Like, that shit probably normal to niggas nowadays. But to me, that's not what it is.
No, it's definitely something different that's going on, and
But you got your boy King Order talking about he was waiting on the strip with a machete.
they say why didn't they bring up the
You in the
reason why
middle
his
of New
face was
York
cut?
at 4 in the morning with a machete when it's cold, nigga. When it's icy in New York. Nobody outside, nigga.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Man.
Oh
The
yeah.
dudes is wild.
Hey, it's like I said, it's just one of them situations where, cause like even this, like they asked him a question on there. Let me see if I can play it. But they asked him a question, and they pretty much was like,
They
you
just
know,
recently got into it. Him and Flip.
I mean who?
Him and Flip just recently got into like little words. Him and King.
Yeah. Oh yeah, recently.
Yeah, because he asked him, he said, "Why you don't never talk about people in Philly?"
Right.
Same situation. You calling him a rat? How you calling him a rat? He ain't got the paperwork on him. See, I don't call people rats unless I got paperwork on you. Unless we see paperwork. He just running around calling this nigga rat because his father did that. Like that's his pops.
Right. Yeah. No doubt. Let me see if we can hear that.
Nah, I can't hear shit, bro. Yo, Clout, that joint ain't playing.
You say what?
It's not playing. We can't hear it. Yeah.
You couldn't hear it?
Nah.
Hey, can y'all hear it in the audience? Cleveland, what's up? Salute. Technology, yeah. Yeah, you can get on here too, man. We got the line open, man. We trying to talk to the people and get everybody perspective right now. You feel me? Like right now, we streaming on Twitter, 3 YouTubes, our Facebook page, I think our website. So we everywhere with it. No, they can't hear it. All right, let me
He
do
ain't get
something.
kicked out. He ain't get kicked out the whip because or what you said. He got kicked out the whip because he was trying to jack two things at one time. Can't be a YG and be a blood at the same time. The New York State prison is out of one thing. That's like any geographical situation but a gang. That's like if you was a Stone or a GD. You can't be a GD and something else inside of there. You gotta be one thing. So he chose to ride with his YGs. He put in the pain for him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. No,
Situations
I
happen
definitely get it.
because of the situation. So you know that's how shit
But
goes.
basically in that clip though, he was saying like how, they asked him a question about King Garner, like how King Garner pretty much feel about, the situation with Paparazzi Poe telling him how if your father is a rat, that makes you a mouse. So he started to say that pretty much if that was true, he said that it's some type of rhetoric that Philly states. You know what I'm saying? Something that Philly does, meaning that in Philly, he said that Meek Mill's got a track where he say on the track, he say that if your father a rat, that make you a mouse. So I think he saying that it's a Philly thing, but I want y'all guys to tell me like, is it a Philly thing or because I know in Chicago, it's definitely like if you tell on someone, it's noted. You know what I mean? Like you can't just walk around. That's a fact. Like you can't just promote that you did that because somebody just do it off just because. You know what I mean? Just because they see you doing that. And there's gangsters out here that's, you know what I'm saying, they in a different type of time zone where, they believe that certain things need to be left to the world in the way they feel that things need to be left to the world. They gonna do what they gotta do. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, Jimmy Wapo was the first rapper to say that in his song "Nightmares on Elm Street."
Yeah, Jimmy Wabo.
Yeah, Poe was
Yeah.
YG's.
Yo, rest in peace to the original YG. The big homie Maserati 5 from Queens, my nigga. You heard? Like the Merc West Side, nigga. You heard?
Yeah.
That nigga was the original Wild Gun. Some niggas is from Young Guns. They was from Queens, my nigga. A lot of niggas don't know that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a so like when it comes to if somebody in your family snitched on someone, would you give up love for them? Let me ask y'all. Let me start with you, Cosmology, first. That's Cosmology Bay, if y'all
If
didn't
I
know.
if I had a family member that told on somebody, I wouldn't do no crimes with him, of course, and I wouldn't talk about street business with him if I still was in the street. But if we had family functions, we're gonna have conversations, we're gonna talk, we're gonna greet one another, but things would definitely be different because doing that, you just put the whole family in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? You was only thinking about yourself. You wasn't caring about anyone else. So why should I care about you?
Yeah, I feel that. I
No,
feel
no,
that.
definitely. I feel that too. I feel that
For
too.
me, to be honest, bro, I ain't fucking with you. I ain't talking to you. I ain't hitting you up. You disown. All that shit is over. You traded in your integrity as a man for yourself. Put everybody else's family at harm's way. You know what I'm saying? And you knew what you was doing. You was engaging in that. Now, if you was a civilian, it's a difference. A civilian is a person that's not in the street, that's not living their life. Regular person that go to work 9 to 5, that's not doing illegal situation. But even civilians know that you gotta have some type of honor. So if you do that and you in my family, you ain't my family no more, man. You just a regular person in the street.
No,
Real
no doubt.
talk.
So how could you like when they come to that, like they being just a regular person on the street, they should you now you see that they don't have no loyalty. Like even when you said that, let's just go back to the part where you said that how if a person is from the streets, they deal with a different code than a person that's not from the street. So with that being said, like so if you from the street right now and you decide to leave the streets and you've been gone, do you still go by the street rule?
You asking me or him?
I'm asking you both.
Oh, okay. If someone was in the streets
Yeah.
and
You
they're
can't
turning they
yo, you
go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's that's like
Yeah, you tapping out there a bit. Your mic went on mute. Matter of fact, your mic went on mute. But I'm gonna let cosmology go then. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Yeah. Someone that was in the streets already, and say they turned their life around, they became a Muslim, they became a Christian or whatever. They know better than now. If they was to tell on somebody, like say they do a crime with someone and they tell on someone, that's dead wrong. But now if they change their life around and someone, an old lady, is about to get killed next door, and they contact the authorities, I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, if they set someone up to be and they lie on somebody, then that's dead wrong. The brother Karim Johnson says he's about to come.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So, like, this is one thing that I wanted to touch on too about the levels of snitching. Right? There's levels to it. You got people that snitch on each other and on their job. You got tenants that snitch on each other. Somebody will go down to the rent office, make you lose your apartment. So it's definitely levels to the snitching, but it's definitely wrong. At the end of the day, it's wrong. There's no way you can get around it. You know what I mean?
Right.
People might
No.
take up for family members, they might take up for good friends, but there's no way you could get around telling. It's too much damage that's done to the community when you do that. You know what I mean? It's too much damage. I think it does more damage than it does good in most instances.
Right. I
That's just
completely.
just just my opinion.
Oh no, I understand that, and that's why I'm here to get different opinions on it. I put the link inside the chat box so people can come up and state their opinion. That's is what we're gonna be doing on Death of the Cloud Chaser TV, man. It's like, let the people talk, because you got people from worldwide. You got people in different communities. You got people in different states. Let's hear your voice, because I know that everything is not the same in every particular place. So we want to
Absolutely.
hear from you. We want to
That's
hear
good.
from
That's
you.
good that you do that. That's fair. That's being fair.
No, you got these guys. So you got a lot of guys who will come in and
Okay.
Gemstone. Let me hear from you, bro. In regards to that situation, did you get me? Like, if you leave the streets, then you come back to you was in the streets and then you leave the streets. Does the street rules still apply to you? You got me?
I'm not sure if he heard you.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're having a malfunction right now.
Yeah. Can you hear? Can you hear? I don't think you can.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You hear me?
Yeah. You shouldn't. The people in One Main TV says you should
I
never
said,
snitch or tell. Period.
yo, once you, that's a fact. No matter if you come in or you come out or you leave or you, it doesn't matter. Once you already walk that path, there's no turning back. I don't care, give a fuck if you decide you want to leave and never go back. You still gotta live by the same laws. There's no telling on no person. Period. Mind your business. You live longer.
Right.
There's no sideways shit with that with me, man. If you my family, you tell you not my family no more.
Yeah. No doubt. You need a call in number.
I got a brother right now doing 12 years because of a rat. So I have no
Yeah.
remorse or love for him.
You said you got a brother. Repeat that for us one time.
So I got a brother doing 12 years because of a rat, man.
Right.
You can stand up on that stand and look at a nigga in his eyes and say, yo, yeah, he did this. That's supposed to be your man's. That's crazy. Did you know what's the question that I asked niggas, Clout? I asked niggas how they get up every morning and look in the mirror.
Hmm.
Like, as a man, how you look in the mirror at yourself? Like, damn, I done told on everybody. I done put people in jail. You can't see their kids, can't see their mothers, can't see nobody because of
Right.
me. That shit crazy.
Yeah. That is crazy, and that's like the whole situation when it came down to 6ix9ine. You know, a lot of people was, they had different issues or things to say in regards to 6ix9ine, but the main thing I wanted people to realize is that this dude was around their family. This dude was telling their family how they gonna be good, how this is a good thing for their family. Even though some of the individuals was probably like, you know what, we shouldn't even be rocking with dude. But he was probably along the lines telling these people like, yo, y'all should
Yeah,
rock
but
with me.
that money.
I'm gonna do you good. It's gonna be good money. It's gonna be this and that. But at the end of the day, you see what happened. You see how quick he turned on these individuals. You see how it wasn't about family. Like when it come down to this whole Rich Porter and Alpo situation. Alpo, they was saying in the interview, in the Queenzflip interview, they was saying how that Rich Porter supposedly been robbing Alpo prior to him meeting him in the movie. Like y'all seen the movie, how he met him at the end and he told him he let him get the money for the bricks so he can go save his brother. He's saying that
Yeah.
prior to that he was already being robbed. So I don't know if that even makes a difference,
See, like that's
to the general public.
yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I hear you. But you know what fucked me up. You know the nigga brother was kidnapped. So you could have waited after the situation after this got his brother back. You killed him at the very moment that his brother got his finger sent to his house. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's no remorse in this game when it comes to this money. Now,
Right.
if you're telling me bricks is a certain price, and I see Poppy and Poppy telling me these bricks is not at this price, these bricks is at this price, and I'm giving you double the money. It's like I'm buying a whole brick.
Yeah.
Instead of telling me that, I'm saying he said, "Yo, you sure that you got this work from?" He said, "Yeah, just seen it connect." So in that situation, I can't really you can't really fault him for how he move, or if you do, you do. You know what I'm saying? But there's no rule for that type of situation. When it comes to writing, yeah. When it comes to that type of situation, nah, because it's like a person to think, what else can you snake me for? If you can snake me for the money, and we getting money. That's how certain people.
No. Yeah, no doubt. And then you got a guy right now on Black Magic. He says you take yourself away from your family when you choose to live a certain life. I don't feel bad for anyone who gets snitched on. Now let me comment on that, right? The whole situation, Black Magic. Now, I'm not saying that a person that chooses to do crime shouldn't be caught. I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not saying that when you choose to do crime that you don't know that that's what the reality could be. But what I'm saying is that when you do certain activities with these people who are supposed to be going in on the same crime that you going in, and then the tables turn and they tell on you, that's when we got a problem. You feel me? Now, if a civilian told on that criminal or a civilian put him and snitched on him, or because it's not even snitching at that point. Look, you regular dude, regular female coming out the house, you going to your car, you see a guy getting murdered. You know what I'm saying? You say that he was black or he was white or whatever the case may be. That's on you. You feel me? Versus where, you got situations where people will then come in and they'll assume and they'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna get him up out of here on some belly type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? With the banana in the hand, I'm gonna get him up out of here. You feel me? So a lot of times people just, they tend to do things for different reasons. Like I was talking to a guy, matter of fact, I wanted Kareem Johnson to get up here because we was talking about snitching the other day, and he was saying how there's so many forms of it. You got guys who of like you say if you in these complexes, a lot of different areas across the country, they don't really have blocks. They got complexes. So in these complexes, they'll come in and they'll say, yeah, so and so in 504, you know what I'm saying? He be smoking and drinking around his kid. Then the social services and people come and snatch the kids. And you know what I mean? Then it started a whole little chain of events. Is that considered snitching? You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy how like it's different levels to it in the
Hell
hood
yeah,
because
consider
it's like,
snitching.
yeah, exactly. I'm pretty
Niggas
much thinking it's
tattletale snitch, dry snitch is different
yeah. No, you can't pick and choose the rules. It's all or nothing either way.
from still ratting.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. What the Yeah, man. Yeah, click that link on the call in number not working. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, let me get the call in number to work, people. I don't know why it's not working. It should be working. But so like when it came down to it, it's just like different things, man. Like I feel that one thing about Paparazzi Poe that he did do that was quite interesting is that he pretty much hit face forward on exactly what people been saying. So he had an answer pretty much for everything people been saying out here. OGDG, salute, man. Yeah, we trying to get the call in number to work. So we'll get some people on the line to call in too. My but it's just one of them things. Let me play this though. This clip, I'm pretty sure. Get it played now with the if I just turn up the volume on that joint. Who you said somebody about to call? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what's going on with the call-in number. Like maybe I gotta turn it on or something. But it should already be turned on. It's crazy. Okay, so we good there. Yeah, how y'all been doing though, man? How y'all New Year's going in? I hope everything going good for everybody, man. For real. Cause last year, man, it was a bit for me, man. Last year was a bit. Numbers. This is the number I put in there. Yeah. Yeah, people, the number is definitely yeah, the number is definitely live and direct, people. Man, the milkman. No, that's the business. You can't take content from someone else and profit from it. What? What happened? Street YouTubers. What's going on in the comment section? Yeah. Y'all go ahead. Yo, it's Duff for the Cloud Chaser TV.
Yeah, what's good, bro? It's my main, boy.
What's good, bro?
It's my main TV. Hey, yo, bro. When you get off,
Yeah.
search Rich Porter on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just watched this shit. Supposedly, he got one of his man's little brother murdered. So when Cole was talking about Rich Porter's not who y'all think he is, that's what he meant.
So that's what he meant by that? Like, you explain it one more time for me.
Somebody made a new shit on YouTube talking about how Rick Porter got his right-hand man, little brother, killed because he thought his little brother was taking his pack or something. So he paid Preacher to kill him.
Preacher. So that's probably why. That's probably explains why Alpo was saying that Rich Porter and him are the same person.
Yeah, that's he knew Rich Porter for 2 years, bro. He ain't known for all his life. So niggas need to get off that pack. Like if you in the game and your man take your shit, it's whatever. There's no love in the game, bro. Like niggas be talking all that stupid shit. There's no love in the game.
No, you right. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
All right.
It's Duff for the Cloud Chaser. It's Duff for the Cloud Chaser. Yo, you on the line? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on.
So I just wanted to speak on the topic about, about the whole like snitching thing. Like, I really think like a bunch of like street dudes are living in an alternate reality and they don't like really realize it. But like, it's just like the conversation that's had around snitching is just so like immature to me. Like, it's like when you choose to live a certain life, if you know that you're gonna have to, go to jail or you can possibly be killed, then that's the decision you make. Like, you can't blame anybody and say, oh, like with 6ix9ine, oh, he's ruining lives, he's taking fathers away from children. Like, these men didn't want to be there if they chose that life. Like, you make certain decisions, you're gonna have to, see it through, live the consequences as well. Like, why can't I?
That's another call on the line with you.
If you get in the game, you know what comes with being in the game, though. You feel me? Like, if say if I'm gonna be in the game right now, I know what it comes with it. And, I mean, the game, people snitching, whatever. But I'm saying, but you're not supposed to snitch on your man.
It's like, you're not supposed to. you're not supposed to do that when you're in the game. But when civilians do it, they still reap the consequences of doing that. It's not supposed to happen, but it does happen a lot.
I know it. That's a fact. I know it does.
I know you're saying what the rules are, but reality is not. You know, the rules. People in the streets are living in the alternate reality because you're not really following these rules. You're just making them, expecting people to follow them. People are breaking them, and that's happening.
One of the people got to get. They locked up his mom, his sister, his aunt. If he wasn't going to tell, they was going to give his mom like 10 years. So he told after his mom was locked up. There's no excuse for that, but
allegedly, this is allegedly, people.
Yeah.
Like something like if to protect my mom, I'm gonna do the same thing. Like I don't care.
You don't
like
care,
family
right?
overrides any street thing.
But you're not in the streets though, correct?
No.
So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense for you to say that.
No, what she's saying is she's talking about like civilians. She's not talking about street.
Yeah, all civilians.
Yeah, I'm saying that the rules are not real because.
Well, the rules don't apply to. Hold on for a second.
Okay.
Yo, you online with Death for the Cloud Chaser TV?
Yeah, what's going on? Chan from the BX Bronx.
Yo, you online with everybody right now. Y'all all can hear each other, right?
Yeah.
All right, dope. So what you got to say on this, Chance?
Yeah, first and foremost, just want to, salute you on your platform, what you got going.
Salute, fam.
Yeah, but I definitely agree with Shorty. I think like the whole snitching topic is like becoming a little redundant at this point. You pretty much know what comes with the game. Like, none of us was there at the time, the whole Rich and Poe situation. I know no way, shape, or form do I condone rag. Because what Poe did was absolutely wrong. But when you're in the drug game, you know that there's a chance your man might set you up. You're dealing with stick-up kids, and certain things just come with that lifestyle.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about when Poe and Rich say, if I knew you for 2 years, bro, I have no loyalty towards you for 2 years, bro. If I only knew you for 2 years.
Definitely, like certain things just come with the game, but I think the bigger topic to be had is how this generation is making the abnormal normal. Like I think we all pretty much sturdy over this line. So it's like borderline, like we in the middle stages, like coming up, dealing with the old and the young. So we're all like in the middle. But I don't think any of us could you imagine doing a robbery and recording it? It's like you don't gotta snitch. Everybody pretty much snitching on themselves at this point.
That's a fact.
I definitely think that's the biggest. That's the conversation I really need to be had. Like the internet just got everybody pretty much telling on themselves at this point.
Everybody a tough guy now, but I got in a situation, and I didn't even say my man. He took the whole situation because it was his fault. I happened to be there, and he got me in that situation. He told, and he got 7 years for that situation. So some people gotta just man up. If you do shit, you gotta man up, bro. Like just man up. You did it. Don't put your man in a position where he gotta say, "Yo, I didn't do that."
Yeah, definitely.
Like, we're not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like my man manned up. Was like, "Yo, he had nothing to do with it. I did it. I did it myself."
Yeah, and I just wanted to get my topic because I think that's the most important part that people's just telling themselves nowadays. Like they're making a copy.
You know what's so crazy about it?
All they gotta do is just go online and all that information is there.
You know what's so crazy about 6ix9ine? Everybody with that when he was out here, and when he caught the case and he told everybody come down. I was saying he was a dope for that before he got caught up. So what's the difference?
Like a little Spanish boy saying the N-word should have been it for a lot of us, but apparently it wasn't. There was a lot of black people in the video just dancing around trying to get some shine, I guess. I think everybody was just next to the 6ix9ine for shine, including the gang. Like everybody was trying to get put on in some way, and they all got caught up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody to my 6ix9ine like, yo, bro, y'all said he wasn't tall. So what are you talking about? Y'all said he wasn't built. So if he told, he told. Like, I don't know him personally, so I don't care. I just get tired of everybody saying 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine.
No, I'm
definitely tired of people comparing 6ix9ine to Alpo. Like, that's not even
the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And like when people do that, like even like you coming from a perspective of not being a street person, like how do you see that? What's the difference do you automatically see from them two people?
I see, to me, 6ix9ine he was trying to get put on as a rapper, so he started, perpetuating this gang life, but that wasn't really him. He just did it for clout. Like what the other guy was saying about the internet, like some people are doing crazy things to be famous. And I think 6ix9ine is one of those people, whereas Alpo, he actually comes from the street. He was street, and he just, I guess, decided to change his life around when, his life was in jeopardy.
Yeah, he chose. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him. And Ken Erner be on YouTube doing all that extra shit. I heard he ran off the block when shit happened because he's been OBH. And they kicked him out when shit happened because he ran off the block and left him. He caught the police talking about we Muslim while we shooting. He ran off the block. So, like, all these people just be fucking, man.
I honestly think King Erner is slow. I cannot bring myself to watch his videos or laugh at them because I feel like he has real life mental issues. Like,
so do you like?
Yo, that's Galley TV, bro. His name was Hodge OBH. He was on all ARF videos back in the day. Shit happened. Some situation happened with OBH on the block. King Erner ran and left them on the block, and they kicked them out. So how's he honorable? Like, I don't understand why people believe people in that.
And he broke somebody's orbital eye socket.
And he said that
woman's orbital eye socket.
And he said that that's still like when he responded. I seen him respond to that situation with the eye socket. What you talking about with his alleged his wife, right? He responded to that, and he basically said that you can say all these things about him, but one thing you can't say is that he's a snitch.
And that's what's crazy to me.
Yeah, that is quite interesting.
You'd rather be a woman beater than a snitch? Like, I mean, I guess.
Yo, would you rather be a woman beater, a sucker, or a snitch? I mean, a snitch is the word, but he a sucker. Yo, he ran over.
No, that's true.
It's how you be
like, is that any better?
Bro.
Like,
No, you can't. You should never put your hands on the female, yeah.
And that's a fact.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's certain things like nowadays, like I said, like I don't know if people seen it, but I did a video on like, that's one of the things that deterred me from the streets is when I was coming up. I was seeing like all this behavior, this early 2000s. I seen like things started to change, like where when I was coming up originally, you couldn't even hustle on that block unless you knew somebody or you know what I'm saying, unless you was working for somebody or you know what I mean. So once I started to see like certain things transpire, I knew that it's time for me to leave this particular lifestyle. And I'm glad that happened because now moving on, it's like damn the 15 years later, you know what I'm saying, we see what's going on now. It's like remarkable, you know what I'm saying? It's like very strange behavior.
Yeah, be on Instagram wild, man. I don't do that shit.
I mean, to be honest, like, we don't know what happened back then. Like, if people had cell phones back then and could, like, take pictures and stuff, we don't know what it would have been like.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy? Because if they got Instagram pages where they got pictures of people from back in the day with jewelry, with money, and every post from back in the day. So if they had Instagram, I think they would have went crazy, too. They would have went mad crazy.
So, yeah, even... Like, like this generation, we do crazy stuff, but I don't think it's like as bad as like older people think.
That's
Like,
fact.
as you can go as far back as you want to. Like the older generation always had a problem with what the younger generation was doing.
Yeah.
So it kind of like sadly it goes in one ear and out the next.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's just like now, like I'm 32, and now I look and I tell like, yo, y'all shouldn't be doing that. I'm telling you, G, like they doing something different nowadays. They look at you like you speaking, you know what I'm saying, different language. And I figured, I think back on when I was coming up, I just in a sense used to like, man, y'all don't know what you talking about. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Yeah.
History repeats
Like,
itself, right?
Fact. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna keep it real. We be front like I'm 26. We be front on the ground. Like I don't post now on the ground no more. But like we just do shit just to be like, yo, we up. How to stun the people. That's what my brother.
Yeah,
my
it's like a status.
does that. Yeah, but it's like I know people that do it on Instagram, but get off Instagram and don't have nothing.
Mhm.
But it just, I guess
Exactly.
you feel better about yourself for doing that. And I don't know. But
Yeah.
I don't
Like
do
the
that.
facade of who you are.
I don't really care no more about that shit.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely
Same here.
it's definitely something different. Like, so when you was coming up, like I know, you know, I'm talking to the female. Where you say you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
Okay, Connecticut. CT in the building. So you been from like when you was coming up and you had different guys like being involved into. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Yo, it's that for the Cloud Chaser. Give me 1 second. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Now the female I was just talking to. We just added another person on the line. Let me ask her this question real quick. But like, so when you was coming up, when it came to the, you know, you been just, you know, not involved in the street life, but did you date dudes that was a part of the streets?
I would say like when I was like in middle school and didn't understand what everything that came with that, I thought that was like cool, like, oh, the bad guy or whatever, or, you know, but once I got older and really like realized that you can get involved in something just by being somebody's girlfriend, I was not with that. Like, I care about me too much to get myself involved in that. Now I'm 24, so I'm if I'm dating somebody, he's going somewhere, he has plans, all that.
Gotcha. So caller just entered the room, entered the phone call, man. Where you from?
Yo, what's poppin'? I'm from Harlem, from New York.
Harlem, New York in the building.
G.
What's good, G? How you feel about this situation, man? You from Harlem, so yeah, we definitely need to talk to Harlem.
Yeah, pose a cornball.
Got you. So that's how like in the vibes. How old are you?
I'm 39, bro, so I was around for it all, B. I did 13 years up north, so I know a lot of these characters and a lot of these dudes that come on this format. And more or less, like I said, the funny thing about the young kid is this, that at the end of the day, when he started coming around in like the real early kind of 2000s, he wanted people to know that that was his pops. That was bringing him, in his mind, I believe, some sort of type of recognition.
Right.
You know, some type of, you know, whatever you want to call it. Because at the end of the day, yes, his father is famous for whatever you want to call it, whether it's for being a rat or for, you know, being, you know, a notorious drug kingpin, whatever you might say, whatever it is. He didn't have to let people know that that's his father, because he knows that that man did something dishonorable. And he ain't, and that's it. You know, it is what it is. You know, he said in the Queenzflip interview that after that movie came out, his mom told him. So that was around 2001. So that's when he told people. This is my point. That's relevant that his mom disclosed whatever really was going on in his, you know, family household, whatever the situation was. He didn't have to go on media or to whoever he felt and tell people this is my pa.
Right.
I'm really old son and all this lame nonsense. Like, I respect you, OG, but I disagree, bro, because you can't tell a man how to feel. Like if I don't know my pops is, I find my pops is, I'm like, dang, that nigga my pops, bro. He probably like.
Once again, what does that have to do with you publicizing that to other people that don't know you, that don't get it's irrelevant?
His friends are probably telling his friends,
what are you, a boy? You a little kid? Nah. That don't make sense. Listen, my brother, this is what I wanted to talk about earlier, not to cut you off. Just like the other dude that was talking, he sounded real like I don't even be understanding where these dudes come from and not understanding the concept of what a snitch is or a rat. And knowing the codes of the street when you decide to be someone that picks up a life of crime. At the end of the day, my dude, you cannot side with anyone who has broken the ultimate law of this street shit. It doesn't matter if he's your father. You can still love him internally and not fuck with him because he broke the codes. You're supposed to be a dude from the street, even though we really know he's not. Why you think a lot of the homies and everyone stopped fucking with him? A lot of niggas ain't even ask him about that cut on his face. Yeah, that's work from the homies too. The homies, my homie, my scrap, that big hat, they ate his food. There's another nigga that be playing around. He thinks like I said, there's people that come into this and think it's just like a game and like a like little fashionable thing, or they could just say what they want or this and that. But there's really people who put on for this, and people who like I said, when they chose the streets and they got caught in the situation, they kept it 10 toes down, honorable respect. So that's why they go at people like this, because they paid their dues for what they have done.
Right.
These dudes understand that. And now to get to the point of the snitching. Snitching, point blank, is when you are engaged in illegal activity. When you are a criminal, that is the only way you can snitch. You are not allowed to go to law in any law enforcement and tell them about anything that someone has done illegal with you or not with you. That's what makes a snitch. So when the guy was talking about people at work or that's not snitching. Those are people that we call back in days tattletales. They're like running their mouth and just talking, or they just hate people or dislike. But that's irrelevant. Whether it's a tenant in your building or someone in your work, that guy did this. That's not snitching. Those are tattletales. A snitch can only be someone that tells law enforcement about something he or she has done that is illegal by law. That is a snitch. When you go understand and testify, or when you get caught and you go into the police precinct and make a written verbal statement, those are snitches.
I agree.
What about if you was in the streets, right? You did your time and you came home and you're not in the streets.
I heard that. I heard that. I'll be honest, man. I heard that thing that you said. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Remember this. Even if someone was once a criminal, I'm talking about a super G.
I said you shouldn't tell. Period.
Listen, if you have someone that did like a lot of the big homies, it's home now, doing the legitimate thing. Shout out to the brothers on the fire, the big homie CK, the big homie Killer Cav, the big homie Wildcat. That's all my big bros. Salute to all the big homies.
Salute.
They're not engaged in criminal activity no more. But guess what? They still have ethics and codes, because just because they're not in the game doesn't mean if they go see somebody committing an armed robbery, if the police come, they're going to say, oh yeah, the guy was a black guy wearing blue jeans. They're not doing that.
That's what I said. I said you shouldn't tell parents.
You can't do that. It's dishonor. It's irrelevant. We're not talking about people who grew up their whole life, went to junior high school, went to college, work, paid taxes, and do the right thing. They don't engage with criminal activity at all. Those are people who are supposed to do the right thing if they see something wrong. Those are the people you don't. No mas is nothing. That you don't look at them. That's nothing. They're supposed to do that. You in the game, you in the gang, you in the project, you smoking weed, you hanging out, you robbing, you fornicating, you doing all this negative bullshit, my nigga.
Right.
You know the rule. That's why I don't like none of these little goofy clown niggas that be coming out just like Poe and a lot of these other and to get on that clown too. King Erna, King Clown Ball. He's a clown. This is why. regardless if you feel these people are this is why I don't like him. You're supposed to be a Muslim. Muslims are people of righteousness and do right. And you're supposed to speak wrong even if against your own self. So when he says about people snitching, this and that, first of all, Islam, that's why a lot of people have problems with Muslims in the state, because you're a criminal in the street, you go into prison, you want to be super righteous, you want to tell the authorities, and that's why people don't like. This is why. Because when you are Muslim, you're supposed to tell the truth. You're supposed to tell, you know what I mean? Because you're living righteous. So when he gets on his platform and talks about niggas expansion, this and that, you sound like a clown. You're supposed to side with that.
Right.
You're supposed to tell the truth. You're supposed to tell you even against your own self. So that's why I look at him like a clown. I be baffled about a lot of, you know, there's a lot of older dudes that come on here and all that. So like these people be acting like they're not even smart or engaged or like wise enough to even bring these topics up. You're supposed to be making 5 prayers a day, fast, and do all type of righteous things. What you worried about is someone snitching or someone in the game. You looking to get your head popped off. That's what you're doing. Keep fucking around in New York, and you will be seen. Like they said, and it ain't about whether it's Philly niggas or Harlem or whatever. If you're a rat, yeah, you're supposed to be exposed and get shitted on. It don't matter who's bringing it up. It's just how he does it. You're supposed to be a man of peace and righteousness. And you're not. You're a fraud. You're fronting to sell C-Bad, whatever that lame shit is you put on your face and beard. You're a cornball.
C-Moss.
What the fuck that lame shit is, man? You know, like I said, I respect and I salute people that do the right thing and righteous. If you fly straight, you fly straight, love. But stop being a clown. What they done, this and that. You're supposed to be a dude of righteousness, pushing people up. You a clown, man. You just chasing. You a goofy. Leaders, gangsters talk shit and it's gangster shit to the gangsters. Let the gangsters speak on what these other lames is doing because they have the right to. You don't. You're not in the game.
Yeah.
This shit ain't rated PG-13. This shit right here rated R, man. This shit is for the niggas in the streets, man. Word up. That's why I want to chime in, you know, Q12, let the people know, man. Son, that nigga Poe's a clown too. And I be, like I said, I love what people let y'all do. He's a good one. You know him personally, bro?
Yeah, I be talking.
You know him personally? You hang out with him?
I don't hang with him, but I be talking to him. He talking to me shit. I be being. I'm saying when
this is what doesn't make sense. He said someone's a good dude. He said, no, you engage in a conversation with him. You maybe like his dad.
Everything I asked him, he did it. And he ain't never charged me for everything I asked him, he did it. Like any favor I asked him, he did it. So that's what I'm saying.
Once again, those are personal things that you can't say he's a good person because you don't engage with him in criminal activity or in the streets. You're not around him to see the kind of things he's done.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
You understand?
Like business-wise.
I can't speak on that. I've never done business with. I don't know. That's y'all thing. But when I'm talking about when it comes to this street thing, he's fugazi, point blank. And that's why he wearing that thing on his face. He know what it is, and that's why he ain't around the hat girls no more, the big hats and all that. And he got kicked out. So he know what it. I ain't even got to really speak on the situation, but I'll be baffled once again. Like I said, people don't. This was already exposed years ago. Go on, you can see the other go on the Glad TVs and all other like he ain't right. He ain't real right. And point blank, like I don't get it. So when people allowing these
what you said.
Yeah, go ahead, female. I want to hear your perspective.
Like, I understand what you're saying about the code or whatever, but where's the code with like paparazzi post the whole cutting of the face thing? Like he was a kid when that happened, and that was a grown man who did that to him. Like, what about like where's the rules against that? Like, you can teach him a lesson, but do you have to cut his face? He's like he was young.
Of course, you got to cut his face because that's the codes of the game. That's the underworld codes. Once again, you wouldn't understand it because you're not. The streets, like the people who are the founders of these games. And guess what?
Exactly.
Every rule, ma'am, with all due respect, every rule and regulation is handed to every soldier before they sign up.
But
so they ain't no
rules don't
He know what time it is.
Why would you uplift them?
Excuse me?
Benefit anybody. Not you, nobody involved. Not the people around it. Why are we?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would disagree for the simple fact. That's like saying these rules wouldn't make sense to people who are in the military, or these rules don't make sense to someone that works in McDonald's.
It's not the
and everything, ma'am, when everything you have to have structure. Everything has to have rules and regulations. And guess what? When you break these rules and regulations, you get penalized. You come to work late a bunch of times, you get fired.
Yeah. But
okay. And if you're in a gang, man, and if you're in a gang and you pick up this thing and you're in a gang and you pledge your oath to abide by these things and you giving it cold hardly and you bring dishonor to that and you commit treason, you get the penalty for that.
Because he trying to claim my G and blood or something.
That was honestly, my bro. That's a little minor thing because a lot of the youngs back then in the early 2000s, they were doing that in New York City because that was a little popular gang that started in the Bronx and all that. You know, actually, it's an old gang that started really back in the early 90s in South Jamaica, but they don't even know the history of that. But a couple of kids from the Bronx and all that started the YGs and the hats and all this, you know, and as they were calling it, double jacket and nonsense like that. That's because a lot of the young youth, they go to C-74. That's the first step of your criminal history when you know, come into this game and you go to Rikers Island. You know, at the time, Bloods was already, it was like low-key type thing. You know, they had the building, but it was low-key in the adolescents. It was more prominent in the adults. So a lot of these youths in the street started all these gangs, which gave birth to, as you know, like these Wolves and the Chos and the, you know, and all these other little minor gangs from the city. You know, these are little, like, cliques, gangs from the projects, from different, you know, boroughs. So they in the street doing that, but then when they come to prison and to Rikers, that's when they want to check what's going on in there because they're going to roll with the rush. Because if you don't roll with the rush, you get what? You get runned over. Exactly. So a lot of these young men, like you said, they get involved into this not really knowing the severity and the consequences. Because once again, this thing goes back to 93, and there's a lot of people that really put on for this. So there is a lot of no-nonsense kind of brothers. And it's not for outside people or for people who live a normal life to understand because we don't live a normal lifestyle. We live an alternative lifestyle.
Alternate reality.
You can only deal with it that way. It is just reality. This is our reality. People who choose to do this. So for you to try to rationalize, but why would you do that? Why couldn't you just sit and talk to? No, that's not real.
But you yourself said that young people, they don't know it.
No, I'm asking him, are you trying to say Paparazzi posed a rat?
I'm not trying to say he's a rat. He is a rat. It was like, what part of that you're not understanding? Once again, he got faded. It's not, like I said, it's not about people wanting to put him out there like that because it was quiet. He been good. He doing this to himself.
By popping back up in the media?
He's trying to get lit again in the media. He's trying to do all that. So naturally, people that's really stepping, you know what I mean? It's really about this sauce. Like, you know, they're going to get on the boy. That's just what it is. And it's not about hating or none of that. It just happens to be. Of course, the homies got paperwork, man.
Yes, it is, bro.
Why? You know, like I said, a lot of
I've been
and you hear me? The reason, not to cut you off, and the reason why, if y'all question them, why no one pulled up yet, this and that, or why no one, there's a lot of people still out here in these stadiums, man. If you catch my drift.
All right.
They out. You understand? Like, so it's not for, they play those kind of games. They're doing that because they're doing, they have their land or whatever they're trying to do, prosper with coming on these, the podcast, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. But there's some people that's still playing out in the streets, and there's no need for them to do that. Because as they say, it'll just catch you in traffic when it is what it is. He be low, he don't be, all this stuff he be saying, he in his little cars, yeah, he might come downtown to Soho, try to take pictures. He not in the jets. He not hanging out in the projects in Harlem. He not in Brooklyn. He not. You understand?
Right.
Can
So
I finish my thoughts?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
So what you said earlier, you said a lot of young guys are getting into this game and they don't know they don't understand the consequences of it. So why don't you take them under your wing? Because now a lot of young people are figuring it out for themselves, and it's not necessarily what you guys want to represent. So, why not take him under your wing instead of cutting his face and showing him the brutality? Because now old heads are looking at the street as this crazy thing. It's like y'all not taking people under the wing and showing them how to do it, but you getting mad when it goes to shit.
No, I understand that. I understand where you're coming from. So you saying that people need to teach more?
Yeah, I wanted him to respond because he made the point.
Oh, I have an easy response for that. It sounds good on the surface when you hear the brothers out here, especially the triple OGs, preaching positive, this and that. They put in a more than reasonable amount of time away from society, enough for their minds to have went and changed and made self change for themselves. And that is a lot harder for people like for example, Tookie Williams, who won a Nobel Prize, wrote books, whether it's Mac, whether it's CK, when you're trying to explain this to 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds and 18-year-olds that are now first coming up into that and being in the streets, they want to learn the hard way. It doesn't how much you want to drill it into them. And the second thing is, miss, this is not the Boy Scouts. No one is holding boys' hands. And hold on, ma'am, you spoke and I was quiet. Ma'am, you spoke and I'm giving you a response.
Yeah, I've been getting over-talked a lot, but go ahead.
Gang culture is not positive, man. Stop letting people I don't understand the misconception that y'all getting, even when, like I said, the bros are trying to preach positive. Gangs are not positive, man. They are meant to cause chaos and confusion. So when someone comes and says, whether it's 13, 4, whatever, I want to be part of this or I'm willing to do this and that is embraced by other people who are just doing the same kind of activity. They're not going to come and say, nah, shorty, you should do this. I think you should come. You should go instead, go get a summer job or go do this. That's not happening, sweetheart. That's fake. That's fictitious. That's not real.
Okay.
What you people need to start asking yourselves is this. Where are the families? Where are the mother and fathers? That's where it starts. Stop blaming the gangs and the people.
But you know sometimes mom
but the gang is
three jobs, right? And then the kids just be home by themselves.
What you were going to say?
So they run around with their friends.
What you was going to say? You said that you mean what?
Go ahead. I forgot my point.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I like this conversation. It definitely gave us some different perspectives. I think the female, she's coming from, the side of things where, it's like the street rules don't apply to her. And when she's referencing things from her seeing, she don't know why some of the street, rules are still being applied in 2020.
Exactly. after all this information we have about how it doesn't benefit us, it's just making everything worse. Everybody wants to be a gangster. Everybody wants to be a rapper now. It has not done nothing for Black people. So why are we still uplifting it?
Well, you ever heard the saying, the game don't change, just the players? Have you ever heard that saying, the game don't change, just the players? Because that's the way it is, sweetheart. You're asking a question that, you know, has probably been baffling people for hundreds of years. Why does it have to be that way? Why does it have to be that way in the Middle East? Why does homosexuality have to be given to the masses of people in the United States as something positive now, something that should be acceptable? Because it's just like that. Because it's like that. That's what it is. The people make it like that.
But again, the people can make it something different. We can make it so what I hear from a lot of old heads is, okay, stay out the street, but shun rags, don't talk to them, don't mess with them. Like, how are you telling people to stay out the street but uplifting the rules of the street? I feel like we just need to do away with it. It's not doing nothing for us. Everybody wants to be a bad guy. Everybody wants to front like they have it, but they don't.
No, well, everyone definitely don't want to be a bad guy. There's a lot of young men who are going to school and, you know, getting careers and doing positive things. And guess what? That's beautiful. That's what they're choosing. But there also is a big majority of people who are not doing that. And that's what you need to separate. That people just need to choose to go the right way.
Yeah.
That's it. That's bottom line. Like, they just need to go the opposite way.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. You just have to sit back, really, and make a conscious thought to do the right thing. Because believe me, it's harder to go the right way than it is to take the streets.
Yeah, it is.
It's harder to wake up every day to go to school. It's harder to wake up every day to take those tests to go to college. It's harder to get up every day after that to pay off the student loan, get a mediocre job, then hopefully find your career or find your edge to create your own business. That's a lot harder than being a gangbanger and hustling and, you know, doing all those things. But once again, that's why people choose the streets, because it's easier. It's just easier. And if you don't have someone pushing you in your household, your mother and father showing you love and doing all those things, your odds will become much greater for you to go into that field.
No, absolutely. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I don't want to take up everyone's time. You know, I got to cut about, but I definitely appreciate the callers that tuned in. Hopefully that y'all can call in again and you know, further these conversations, because that's what we'll be doing on Death for the Cloud Chaser, is because we got these people in different regions. Why not have them call in, give us a perspective on, you know, what they got going on in that region, as well as just like for this one, you got, you know, street life versus not being in the streets, then you got in between. So, you know, it's definitely a conversation. So I salute everybody. I appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man.
Everybody, man, stay positive, man. All you kids, man, go out there, do the right thing, man. Get educated, man. Make a career. And everybody that's in the streets and controls the street, stay 10 toes down and don't be ratting, man. Don't be like Paparazzi Poe and Cloud check. Cloud.
Yeah.
Hey, send me an email, boy.
Got you.
All right.
You got anything to say, female? What's your name?
No.
What's your name?
I'm not. Black Magic.
Black Magic. Okay, Black Magic. I seen you in there. Black Magic. I seen you in there. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We definitely be needing female perspectives all the time. You know what I mean? We just don't want it to be no male driven.
Opinion is matter too.
Yeah, absolutely. 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 And that's like I was saying that on a video the other day, that is like, we don't want females to think that they can't come and tell us things or tell us how they feel, because then they'll stop. You know what I mean? So let's not let that happen, people.
Yeah, I agree.
So I appreciate you. Salute, man. Everybody, peace. You want to shout out anything? You good? All right, cool. She tapped out. So with that being said, people, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate y'all touching down with us, man. I think it was a dope conversation. It was something different for the platform. This is what we'll be doing. I told you 2020 is going to be a new look for us. We definitely going to be doing a lot of great things. This was streaming on Facebook, Twitter, as well as a couple of more YouTube pages, our Facebook like page. So if you are on any of them platforms, you can always hit us up at DOCCTV. If you search that on your YouTube browser, or Death for the Clout Chaser.com. You also can go tap in with us. We update that joint hourly. Like a lot of stuff we can't post on YouTube because it's just not part of the content that we put out on YouTube, but it's on the website. So, you know, you looking for juicy gossip, or you looking for the most street thing you ever seen, it's on there. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, I appreciate you. Y'all want to hit the cash app. It's $Clout Chaser TV, man. Salute, gang.